Howdy, Goopy Goopers.
Hey there.
It's been a while. Quick explanation. Work was giving me a couple of days that I don't typically work, but I had to for various reasons. But we're back. We're back with more Knights of the Old Republic. Hello there, Joseph. How are you feeling today?
I mean,
The same.
Florida's much more or less. Florida isn't bothering me, but fuck, in the fucking run, he knows those like he keeps beating my ass down.
Like, I'll reiterate, I know a runny nose is pretty bad, but I take it over having a blocked nostril. That's what happens to me when I get a cold, and that fucker does not let up.
Good, that might be the case for you, but for me, I prefer the other way around because at least those stuffed nose is static. I can put up with it.
But I can't breathe. And the one thing I don't like is I don't like breathing out of my mouth. There's a reason why mouth breather is an insult.
Oh, you know what I have to say to that?
It's
Watch
free!
friends.
It's free. Hey.
Alrighty, so, ladies and gentlemen, if you couldn't tell by the last session, I was kind of upset. Because, let's just say, uh, if I can be honest, I do not think being a consular was a good choice for this playthrough. Primarily because of the fact that this is not like the Xbox version of Kotor, where you have an easier access to stuff. Now, granted, my laptop is not an exuberantly large amount of way away from me. No. But I'm primarily using this with a controller. But essentially, something I thought about doing was doing some nasty little cheating. Oh my god, I just realized it still says KOTOR session number 3. Hold on there. This isn't right. Let me just fix that. Also, it says the internet is really low. Oh boy. So we might be having fucking tech issues again. But something I decided, no, we will not do that, but instead what we will do is we will do something a little bit different. So I have installed a mod that basically fucks around with the game's coding and basically makes leveling up 25% faster. So instead of being level, what was it, like 12 or 13 during the last session, we are now level 15, and it is time for forget about it, to forget about some motherfuckers. For instance, you remember that dipshit that we met?
Braved the peril of the sublevel, yes. Any stories and artifacts in your possession? This is fortuitous for myself and associates. For now, not only do I get rich salvage, but an even richer bounty. Do not be making this difficult. Your death can be quite painless.
No.
I'm afraid your death won't be.
So, this is your threat? Is terror what I'm supposed to feel? We know a thing about Jedi and their ways. And now, Jedi, we shall fight.
I don't think
Lightning
you know
bolt,
enough
lightning
about
bolt.
Jedi. I don't think you know quite enough about Jedi.
And they're down.
Yeah, that
Great.
was Yeah, that was very impressive. Your attempt, your valiant. I can't even go on with this joke. That was just bad.
That was bad. You should feel bad. And if there's an afterlife for you
You're a
normies,
stupid piece of shit.
if there's an afterlife,
You hear me? You're a loser.
if there's an afterlife for you normies, I hope you're suffering in it.
Yeah, get fucked in Star Wars normies. You don't get to go to the cool Jedi heaven.
And here is Wolf taking on the role of Freddie Prinze Jr. as he speaks to the Star Wars community.
I think that Coruscant sucks.
Whee! And there goes Bao. Thunder! You swear you're a Jedi?
Yeah?
You seem to
I
be
think-
using
I
an
mean-
awful lot of dark powers.
Hey, I don't need to have Jedi on my fucking name tag now, do I? I could be whoever the fuck I feel like being.
My leg Rex! You killed them! They're my pets!
What?
Are you the thief Sularu who is complaining
I'm not
about?
a thief! People give to the Jedi in exchange for service. They were just giving.
Well,
Why the hell?
your pets
They
are
Why the hell
protect
you- yeah,
all
that-
people. The salvagers, the thieves. This place is for Jedi. They aren't Jedi. They have to leave.
I sense you have a connection to
I'm
the
a
Force.
Padawan, and one day I will learn enough to be a Jedi. I was studying here when Darth Malak and the Sith
Are you
came.
okay? You
I
seem
was
a little
outside
out
the
of it.
enclave when my master left me at the Mandalay estate. Shen protected me, but the Sith came asking questions. All the Mandalays died, but I hid. Even when the estate was burning, I hid. So I hide. I'm hiding
How?
until my master returns.
How did you survive?
Yeah, how did you survive the planet being glassed?
We're all so broken. Things have gone so
Of
wrong.
course.
Please tell me there are masters left that can teach.
Force could do a lot of things. I don't think that's one of them.
I remember him. I sent my leg Rex to get him to leave, but he just made my pets stop. I was going to talk to him, but the mercenaries came for him. They never come down here. I was surprised and hid. There was a big fight. They said they were going to take him someplace. I know that was wrong. I'll stop. I was just trying to get enough credits to eat, but I'll think of something else. Something that doesn't hurt anyone. I found some things. I don't know how to use them. Here, you can have them. I had a holocron, but it said terrible things. I threw it far away. There a bad holocron? I thought it was a dead Jedi Master trying to help me. He sounded so reasonable. The holocron was more forceful the longer I learned. It frightened me. I threw it into the ruins. I went back to find it, but the salvager stole it. It was my only teacher. I don't know. I'll try to find a master to teach me. There have to be some left. I'm not going to use the Force until I find one. So much has gone wrong. Should I feel bad that I feel better? But I still need to find a master. The lessons I learned, I think I need to unlearn them. And also with you. Thank you.
Alright, time to look around. Doesn't this look like a... I know it's supposed to be a pile of trash, but it looks like a pile of gold.
It looks like a pile of vomit.
Never know, could still find cool stuff in here. What's that, a liver?
Ooh, what's this? Ooh, a liver.
Alright, there's one last thing for us to do down here. Also, I have master speed now.
I noticed.
Anybody? Help! Lagrix are everywhere! Help me! I'm trapped in here! You must be fierce with
Hey.
a blaster then.
Steve.
Give me a moment. I sort of jammed the door a bit. Just don't leave.
Steve?
Thanks for saving me. I thought those Lagrix had
Sounds
me
like
for
Steve
sure.
Bloom.
That ain't Bloom.
No. That ain't the Bloom.
It's all Tapelay's fault. She said the entryway to the sublevel was safe enough. This area's hardly been explored. We barely got in here. And then everybody started going left and right, grabbing anything they could. It was every man for himself, and nobody was watching for Lagrex. Then before you know it, we were under attack by those beasts. So salvagers were running every which way, and they left me to die. No,
you find
I
anything?
didn't get anything. Now I'd just like to leave.
I figure that's worth some
Guess you're
honesty.
right. We grabbed a couple of things in the room we were in. I didn't want to tell you because you might make a claim for it. I need the credits.
I could pay you for what you
I
found.
hadn't thought of that. We could arrange something like that. That would work. I managed to grab 3 things. One's some sort of crystal, and the other looks like parts. For a lightsaber, maybe, I
Alan.
don't know. If you give me 1,300 credits, you
More?
can have
Is
it
that
all.
you?
That'll be enough for me to get off this rock. No returns on this. You're stuck with what you buy. Well, it doesn't work that way. Maybe it's worth a lot more than 1,300 credits and you make off real good. Maybe it's a lot less and I make off real good. You can buy it from me here or at the salvager camp. I'll hold on to it for you. I owe you that much at least. Just don't take too long.
Fine.
A pleasure doing business with you. Now I can finally get passage back home. I hope that junk is worth it to you, I really do. I'm going to the salvager camp. It'll take some time to get things in order. Come visit if you like, but if you don't like what you bought, it isn't my problem.
Hey, Bo. Don't you run away from me!
Yes, General? Let me see what you have. No, you're still missing a lens. Something else I can help you with?
So all we need left is the lens, and then we're Gucci. can give Bao feats.
Leveled up somehow.
What should I give him? I will reiterate. What should I give Bao?
I'm thinking about it. Give me a second. Either put into either flurry, critical hit, or 2-weapon fighting. I'll leave it up to you. Ultimately, between those three.
I'll give him increased power attack.
Alrighty then.
I feel much better now, thanks to you. I don't think I thanked you properly down there. I was pretty shaken. I really hope the Jedi salvage you bought was worth it. I meant what I said about no returns, though. I need the money to go home. But it's nice to see you again, regardless.
Oh yeah, there was those caves I found. In between sessions, I was doing a little bit of off-screen grinding, and I found a cave, and I'm trying to remember where it was. I think it was over here. Interesting. Anyway, die.
I don't know about that. They are vitally important pieces of equipment on tectonically or environmentally unstable regions. But do you really need atmospheric sensors on Dantooine?
Maybe.
Nice job, General.
Sensors provide strong evidence that Sauron is endangering relations with the mercenaries. Ooh, I have some evidence.
Nice.
Oh god! Bugs everywhere!
Oh god! Oh god!
Let's get this over with.
Bugs! Oh, these fucking Monster Inc. batteries?
This shall not stop us for long.
Reminds me of the time... Okay, weirdly, these creatures remind me of stick bugs. This is gonna be really weird to say, but there was a time where my mom had stick bugs.
Get stick bugged, idiot.
You ever have a stick bug crawling you? It fucking tickles. That's distinctively what I remember. Because I remember she took them out for like a second.
This shall not stop us for long.
Thankfully, it didn't traumatize me, but still, I distinctively remember just being like, "Ooh, this feels like when my arm falls asleep."
I hate that shit.
I think I've mentioned this before, so I'll mention it again. For some reason, my body loves it when my...
I can feel them like a shiver running through you. Force-sensitive locations such as this absorb and reflect force energy. The crystals are the catalyst here. I sense that Revan once passed through here, leaving a strong impression behind in the crystals. Perhaps future Jedi who visit this cave will feel our presence, as if seeing our footprints preserved in the soil.
But, I was just trying to say, like, yeah, the sensation of, like, having your arm or leg fall asleep, I don't feel, like, I used to feel the pain when I was a kid. Now I miss it because it tickles me.
The crystals here are infused with the Force. Some could be harvested and used for lightsabers.
Ah. Person in the hallway.
The crystals here do not drain Force energy from Jedi. They collect the excess energy that radiates from those attuned to the Force.
Oh god! Oh god! Come on, get up and get it now. What you serious?
No.
Come on, get up and get it now.
This shall not stop us for long.
Not bow. There's even more. Kill it! It's the S6! Kill it! Kill it! I think I got all the eggs.
Kill them all.
Time to go pick some crystal meth.
It's your crystal.
Ah!
This is the best crystal in the game.
Hey, I wonder where that. Hey, I was looking for that.
I was looking for that.
This is very rare.
Pet rock.
The crystal's bond with you is such that the stronger you become in the Force, the more powerful your crystal will grow. This crystal will make an excellent focus for a lightsaber.
Yes.
We're finally getting a lightsaber.
Quite the contrary.
Well, no.
Well, I have a
Yours
crystal.
We have,
as a sieve, and the
yeah.
Force as water pouring into you. This crystal draws from
All
the
I need is
excess
a
water that
lens.
escapes the sieve. The crystal is in tune with you. It will use whatever water that pours through you, be it dark or light.
By the way, if it's dark, you need to see a doctor. I love how like the end option is just okay. I might as well level up. I'm gonna put that next point into charisma, so now I have 16. And I get one more horsepower. Oh, hey, look, I can get Master Force Scream.
That'll do you good. Blow their eardrums out. Or do to them what Deathclock did to Nubler in episode 2. Yeah, it was episode 2.
I mean, even though we haven't named her Mary, Mary is canonically a metalhead.
Death metal.
This won't take long.
Bitches! Where spaghetti goes, there's always a trail of corpses.
I will say this one.
Yay!
Let us end this.
Die, bitch.
Diabetes.
Fuck you, Beavis.
Jota pak mito, hai bes niksa tochim mapao krawenosha. Yatuka uwanurika chotin wani.
Just Form, what are you doing?
Wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wishcha.
I don't believe you.
Uwanurika chotin wani maurata.
I don't believe you.
Yatuka
Are you sure about that?
maurata wakata. Bram tabani sochu. Da come giusmak miki baranyeto so. Yatuka uwanurika chotin wani maurata wakata.
You wouldn't speak at the forest if I were you. Most of my mercenary brethren would assume you're a Jedi and collect a bounty on you. I am a Jedi.
I'm a Jedi. Last time I checked, my underwear said so.
It's a fucking pair of like crinkly old tiny whiteys.
Nah, if you're a Jedi, they're white. If you're a Sith, they're black.
Jedi wear tidy whities. The Sith wear boxers.
Black boxers, tidy whities for Jedi. Fuck that, I'll be a Sith instead. Boxers are more comfortable.
Yes. Thank you.
The chaotic neutral crowd of the boxer briefs.
Yatuka Wanrika Chotin Wan Kavadumpa Mo Wendido Chokeremi Nortakunyun. Yatuka Wanrika Chotin Kavanatakalu.
The greatest technique is to do the same without resorting to the Force.
Kavanatakalu. Kavanami Donkey Krato. Charika Yayakta Min Sobachina Ninga Ballo Cha Juxoni Chortuna. Yatuka Wanrika Chotin Wanima Orata Wakata Chiluma. Kavadumpa Mo Wendido. Yatuka Wanrika Chotin Wani. Yatuka Wanrika Chotin Wanima Orata Wakata. Charika Yayakta. Yotapak mito hai best nika dochi mapao krawenosha.
Well. Oh god!
Well, that didn't work out too well.
I didn't mean for him to die!
What did you expect would happen, huh?
Let's go.
Oh, what was the plan here?
I wasn't really paying attention. I thought he said he had a spare gland. Well, damn. Well, that sucks. That was kind of funny, though.
I don't suppose you found any of those atmospheric sensors. That's great news. My offer still stands. I'll pay you 3,000 credits for all of them. If you must, but I'd really like to buy them off of you. They're important. Come back if you change your mind.
But first, I need to do some diplomatic shit. Just like the bad guy from Lethal Weapon 2, I have diplomatic immunity, so you can't fucking sue. I have
I hope
evidence.
that you haven't run into any difficulties you couldn't deal with. Is there anything else I can assist you? What have you learned, Jedi?
I found atmospheric sensors.
Very well. I will deal with the situation as I must. Guard, please bring Zeron and Baroon here immediately.
What is it, Terena? I'm very busy.
I'll get straight to the point. I have found evidence that you are unbalancing our precarious relations with the mercenaries. You deny this?
I deny nothing. You know I have done everything for the good of Kunda. Mercenaries are a real threat. Though
The
many
Marlon
are
Brando
blind
voice
to it.
got to him.
I have no choice but to err on the side of diplomacy. Until further notice, I am giving command of the militia to Berun. I hope, Zeron, that you will continue to serve as Berun's second in command.
I believe you're making a mistake, Terena, but I will not let my pride compromise the militia. I will still serve.
Thank you, Zeron. You are dismissed.
I'm grateful for your support, Administrator. As the new leader of the militia, I swear to support your goals of peace and compromise.
That will be all, Beron.
You look like a light side star killer. I wish we could be playing this again.
I have nothing more to say to you.
So we explored the ruins. What else is there to do on this planet?
Say again, I'm sorry.
Well, we explored the ruins to the best of our capabilities. Try to think of... Pardon me. What else there is to do on this planet? I'm sounding like the fucking computer at the end of the first Fallout. Completely unintentional,
The master?
by the way. Join, die. Join, die.
Die.
Why do I even bother? Like, I've gone through the Jedi Temple, but I'm trying to find that Jedi fellow, and I have not found him. How do you do, fellow kids?
Who is that? Oh, it's you. You go down into the sub-levels yet? Or did you suddenly develop some sense? It's a shame about them. Have any luck getting to their bodies? I figure there's about no chance you'll succeed, but the reward is still open. You have? You managed to find them down there? You're tougher than you look. I have 1,000 credits for their bodies and their personal effects. And no reward, too. You've proven very helpful. I have to go take care of something. I'll talk with you later.
What the hell was that?
No idea.
Yay, that small act of kindness outweighed the evil I did earlier by making a man die.
Letting him die.
To quote some well-known videos, yo, holy shit, he fucking dead.
You've wandered into the wrong camp. You got the look of a warrior, and we got all the blasters we need. If you're looking for work too, just take a trip spaceward. We don't need any more competition. Got it? What does the militia have to say to us? Any of our men get into trouble? I think that Zeron is 3 cards short of a Pazak deck. You can tell him you've delivered your message. Thanks. Now get out of here. I don't suppose you're here to hire us. It's been a long time. I know about the thief. The amount of noise the settlers have made over that thief, you'd think he stole their whole planet. Before you ask, I have no idea who the thief is. It's not one of us. If we wanted something that bad, we'd just take it.
What a tough guy.
Can you guys move your shit? There's a Starforge map right over there.
I can't wait for those salvagers to ship off this planet. I smell it up.
Oh boy, I'm stirring shit up.
Chester, professional shit stirrer.
The master of fuck around and find out. I wonder what would happen if I stopped brushing my teeth for well over a decade. Ah! Oh, no,
It's a mystery. What could have possibly happened?
Thanks for your support. I've been waiting for some time to get my chance to lead the militia the right way.
I wonder where the other fella is now.
Knowing him,
Are you just
probably
over here now?
planning maybe a retaliation, maybe.
Making a big mistake. There's good reasons for what I did. Barun is gonna get all of Kunda killed. You don't know the whole story. Making a big mistake. Making a big mistake.
Making a big mistake. You're making like
Making a steak. Medium.
Medium rare.
Medium.
Well
Have you run
done.
into any difficulties you couldn't
Well
see?
done.
Tastes like
Is
shit.
there anything else I can assist you?
Tastes like shit.
Tastes like
You
dick.
disgust me. You disgust me.
To most people in the galaxy, the distinction between Sith and Jedi is a blurry one, especially since most Sith were once Jedi. It is complicated by the fact that Malak and Revan were great heroes of the Republic and famed Jedi Knights. But a few years later, they were leading an armada which threatened everyone. And here on Dantooine, the Jedi Enclave provoked a brutal occupation by the Sith. It could have been far worse, but even now the damage has not been fully mended.
What is the main plot quest for this world?
You have to find the Jedi Master.
But where?
Did you retain any and all information, maybe?
After you travel the Dantooine, Master Vash to Korriban. The crystal.
Of course.
Oh.
The only thing I could think of doing is just going back to the fucking, the ruins. But there's really nothing there.
Another star.
Nice.
He's stranding the deaths. Oh, by the way, I was scrolling through Reddit and somebody had posted a picture. It's like, any way to get out of the situation? And they were hauling a body, and the person is floating like in a red zone.
In that case, just follow the stream down until that red zone becomes a yellow zone.
But it just goes out into the ocean.
Well, and then that's a problem. Why?
What? Who is that? You were really helpful.
Ah, the traveler has returned. I hope the Dantooine is providing suitable So, what?
Jaren says you saved him down there. Next time you should ask for a reward.
But I bought it off of him. Well, looks like I've explored mostly every area. That sound means in Russian verb, empty. Hi there, old meme.
Yeah.
Hello? Any lost Jedi Masters in here?
Hello?
I have a blind woman with me. She could use some assistance. the unidentifiable bullshit. Fucking Chris spawned in just looking at a wall. That shouldn't have made me laugh, but... Where's the kaboom? It was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Giant earth-shattering kaboom! You about to see God today.
Oh, that's great. Damn!
Oh, shit.
Okay, thank God I have the Odyssey. By the way, just to clarify the audience, there's no real cheats actually being used for this playthrough anymore. What had happened was, when I was messing around with one of the cheats that was still active was Turbo, and I shut it off, which somehow counted as me using a cheat. But no, this is no cheat. Just a mod that increases experience points.
Double XP. Double XP weekend. Kotor 2.
Double XP. Pre-order pre-order Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake and get double XP. Alright, let me save right here and try this again. What? This is the workpad of Durgar Chester, the late head technician of the Jedi Enclave. It's been a couple of weeks. No one has come for me. I can only assume that the Enclave was destroyed topside, but I'm now buried alive and trying to use the equipment in the storage room. Hack forced well to blow the flaming security door open, but nothing works. I'm running out of food. Well, neat.
Hello.
Hello there.
Welcome.
Me and my friends were continued our Rogue Trader playthrough. Wolf.
That's getting a sequel.
Yeah, it's not really a sequel. It's more a case of a separate game called what I forget what it's called, but you play as an Inquisitor, which is really neat.
Yeah.
But we found Winterscale.
Ah.
We then killed Winterscale.
Ah.
It was really funny. The fight started. His fucking marshal hit one of the mercenaries and then ran up and hit the rogue trader. Did like maybe about almost 25% of their HP and damage. They're like, okay, now it's our turn because we convinced the Eldar to help us. Well, mostly because the case of we mostly convinced them because the Nocturne of Oblivion liked us. I'd be careful in this room.
Oh boy.
Never ask a road trader the race of his girlfriend.
More the case of they just found us very interesting, like in the conversation. It
You
specifically
reminded
said,
me, because of a dumb joke, I made a fucking Photoshop edit of Giga Chad to be Commander Shepard with a shirt that says, "How can I be racist? I have a blue girlfriend."
Yeah, that got a lot of attention on Reddit.
But
sorry, Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, my brain had to take this stuff. The entire time we were talking and the Nocturne was like involved, it's like, oh, the Nocturne's more leaning towards you than even its kin, because in case you were able to figure them out. Because Iconoclast is great. By the way, we fed Kamara to the warp.
As you do.
Yeah. Oh, you're just causing your problems. That's not my problem. I'm using one problem to kill another problem. So the amount of problems is reduced by one.
It's not my problem.
That's the problem yet.
Now it's my problem.
But, the brain. When we went to the planet, we found fucking Winter Scale. And
yeah.
we found the Eldar. It's just like, oh, wait.
Oh, God!
Oh, yes. Yeah, you got zapped. Good job. Good job.
Let's try that again.
You saved, right? Let's try it again.
Well, I like it. Let's do it again.
Out of the room. Did you save before you interacted with the stuff in here or afterwards?
Before.
Fix it.
Oh, God!
Just keep running.
Fucking run!
Holy shit.
But, yeah, after the case of the first, like, couple of hits, and, like, it is like, oh, summon some bloodletters. Oh, that's interesting. So, we realize our party composition is terrifying to fight in long-term engagements.
Yeah.
Not in the case of we do a lot of damage, more in the case we just reduce your ballistic and weapon skill to 0. Because the case of we have Ulthar, and we have Ulthar set up in such a way he can easily go shoot, melee, shoot, melee, shoot, melee, shoot, melee.
Mm-hmm.
To keep stacking the effect of his cloak, which perplexes everyone around him. The melee person, the mercenary, they have the sword we got from Kamra. Whenever they hit someone, it reduces their stats until the end of combat.
Yeah.
We have a lot of ways to reduce your stats by us hitting you.
I think I found where I needed to go.
And occasionally I just point at people, call them a bitch, and then I throw a bear trap at them.
I am
I
an
waddle
historian
away.
scientist working for the Republic.
Waddle waddle.
Although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist. Like you,
that guy sounds
I was
different.
looking for some trace of the
Probably.
Jedi.
But the real
I'd heard
funny
mention that
thing
one of the
was
Jedi
after the
masters
case of
had
that
gone there.
fight, because he did like
I found no trace of them.
I was like, I'm a sniper, but I have a shotgun. I swapped to the shotgun, walk next to the guy, he's like, please get off my rogue trader, my lord captain. Shoots him off, knocks him away. Chambers gun again, fires again, pushes him even further away.
It is something of a mystery
Thank you.
why they would
Throws bear
exile
trap,
themselves
walks
as
away.
they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there
And then
is
we
something
stole
else
his
at work.
axe.
Something that we cannot see. And again,
Stole fucking Winter
perhaps
Scale's
the Jedi
axe.
are hiding simply because so many
It's
people
Kurt,
hate them
and
these
we
days.
we also stole his closing pistol, and we gave it to Pascal. which is really funny
It is
because he uses the
difficult sometimes
mechadendrite
for
arm
the
to hold
Jedi to
it.
see such things,
So it's just like
since much
big
of it is
metal
rooted
arm,
in human
tiny
nature,
gun.
and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily
It looks like
life.
he's holding a water pistol or
Insulated.
something.
But the reason the Jedi Civil War
Big
was
boss
named
with
such
the water pistol.
was because few in the
With the
galaxy
super
can
soaker.
recognize the difference between
Well,
the
given the
Sith
case he's our
and the
tactical,
Jedi. To them, they are both Jedi.
tactical
with
commander, and he
different
can point out little areas like here's the front, here's the back line, here's like the reserve. And all Pascal does is stand in one place and occasionally just point at things
Not
and they
always.
die.
Jedi often fall.
Yeah.
They cause much harm on Onderon, for example, in the name of peace
Also,
and
our
protection.
fucking Lord
Uleg
Captain is
Keldroma
terrifying.
and
They can
Exar
casually
Kun,
do
the two
about like
Dark
300
Lords during
damage
the
with their
Sith War many
psychostaff.
decades ago were once
Yeah.
Jedi Knights, as were Revan and Malak.
Operative,
It is
fucking
perhaps
assassin
more
psyker,
amazing that
just
some still trust Jedi
point,
after
point,
many have
point,
fallen and
point.
endangered the galaxy.
Honk.
It is also proof that a single Force wielder can change the face of the galaxy. And that is a frightening thing indeed. Hate? No. I do not hate them. They only raise questions without answers. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose in all things. And they are supposed to train students responsibly and
This
well,
man's
so
mouth
mistakes of the
is
past
fucking
are not repeated.
60%
Yet all I saw
teeth.
was ignorance and arrogance. And what those seeds created in the Republic.
He's got
It
an
is difficult
impressive
to
pair
follow
of
the
chompers.
Jedi code when so few others have.
He's got them
But you
Doug
know
Walker chompers.
And we also killed his ship, the Emperor's Vow. It took us a couple tries because when we got back
Many
from
Jedi
Kamara,
defied the
we
order
forgot to
during
put
the
people back
Mandalorian
in their
Wars,
positions.
and it paved the way
Whoops.
for the Jedi Civil War. There is no blame. All must accept. But, at its core, one must wonder if it was the failure of the Jedi teachings or the teachers
Oh, wow.
themselves. Many of the Jedi Council trained Exar Kun, Ulik, Revan, and Malak. How could they not see the danger
just
they
joined?
posed? And if they could not, perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed. Something beyond
Hello?
the Jedi code that they
Let me
were
check.
missing.
It is the Beetle.
Hey, Biddle.
Hello.
How's it going?
How goes it?
Going alright.
That's good.
Revan had many masters. Zar, Dorak, Master K before K left for the wars. Towards the end of her training, she sought out many to learn techniques. It is said that she returned to her first master at the end of her training, in order to learn how she might best leave the Order. I am not certain you understand what happened with Revan. Do you wish me to explain? Revan was captured in the middle of the Jedi Civil War, due in no small part to her apprentice Malak, who turned on her. Revan was brought before the Jedi Council and put on trial. You must understand that the situation was desperate, and the Jedi needed to know how Revan had amassed the forces arrayed against them. As I understand it, they were able to convince Revan to have a change of heart. Revan helped the Republic defeat Malak. Perhaps in her conversation with the Jedi Masters, they were able to convince her of the rightfulness of their actions. Revan had many masters. Zar, Dor. It is said that she returned.
I'm talking in circles now.
That's
What
really
else would
nice.
you like to know? I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together after a time. What else would you like to know? Before you go, I had a question for you. You came to Dantooine in search of Jedi. Why? If the Sith are rising in the galaxy again, then it is strange the Jedi would not be there to meet them, and that we have not seen more evidence of the Sith. No, I believe you. I merely find such subtleties among the Sith to be strange. They have been known to practice deception, but in the histories, since the time of the Dark Lords Kun and Keldroma, and Revan and Malak, such subtleties have been rare. In any case, it seems to me like our goals are compatible. If you would have me, I can apply my knowledge and skills to helping you find the answers you seek.
This is the female-only party member, by the way. His name's Disciple.
Motherfucker's just named Disciple.
Yeah.
Disciple.
That's his name. Yeah, that's his name and his rank. He doesn't have anything besides that. He's a soldier.
I want to take
So
him
if you need
along,
to-
but only problem is I have to
Yeah.
choose between either Kriya or Bao.
It's up to you.
Fuck it. Sausage party. Oh, look at that. He leveled up.
He's probably retroactive.
Well, he already has improved weapon fighting.
Well, my advice, stick with like the strength and dexterity for him.
Okay. You're the glorified pocket medic. He's got high skills in medical practice, and he's got the ability to fuck you up.
Congratulations.
Yeah. This is an area I did not explore, so maybe this might have something.
Maybe.
Orders. Rook has wandered into the Enclave alone.
What you laughing at there?
Oh, I'm looking at the patch notes for Helldivers. Helldivers should no longer be branded a traitor from civilians willingly stepping on mines.
Let me reread that. You will take a full squad and capture the Jedi alive. Bring him to our nook in the Kinrath Caves. Wait transportation to Nar Shaddaa. He will fetch a fine bounty. Ah! So wait a minute, the Kinrath... Wait a minute. I think I was already in the Kinrath Caves.
You were.
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
Ah, so it'll only activate when I get the equipment to say he's there, dipshit.
Yep.
It was all just a very conveniently timed, like, travel event. Like, you went there before they brought him back. You went there, they figured out the information, you go there, now he's there. It's all very convenient amount of inconveniences.
To quote one Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal Black, I was upset about that.
And so I gouged them with a spoon.
Now, if it's Sweet Tooth, it's an ice cream scooper.
That's just an advanced spoon.
Yeah, it's just an advanced spoon.
Prior to Twisted Metal Black getting released, there was actually a couple Flash cartoons that were on the internet. And the one specifically for Sweet Tooth has him using a fucking ice cream scoop to gouge a guy's eyes out. Alright, back to the caves we go. Oh, by the way, you missed it. You missed it, Matt. We accidentally... I caused a man to die.
Okay.
I took away the fucking gland he needed in order to pass by the fucking Kinrath without without getting spotted by them.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that he only had one.
Yeah, I would say, like, why do you think he wanted it back so badly? 'Cause I'm pretty sure he says he only has the one. By the way, you talked to the merchant. Do you think he's, like, outside here?
Which one? The...
Near those boxes over there. The little short guy.
This fella?
Yeah. Pretty sure he has something you might need.
A lens, maybe?
No, towards the bottom? There it is, below the frag mines.
Ah, there it is. Hey, it ain't that expensive either.
You're alright, buddy.
Thank you, we're one step closer to getting HK.
You're welcome.
Rip and tear, master.
I know there's one extra part you can put into him that he doesn't like, and which he then has you remove. But it's really funny for the interaction it gives.
Stop. I'm really hungry, but I'm too afraid to eat.
Why?
I was in a lot of pain, and I don't want to risk sparking up the damn things again.
Is this the case of you should just go to the dentist again?
Well, problem is that I can't really set up an immediate, hey, next week we're gonna see you. But tomorrow morning specifically, I'm setting up the fucking appointment to get this one tooth removed because yeah, that clearly that was a fucking tooth infection. And yeah, that was pretty bad. But granted, I've gone this whole day without really feeling that much pain. I mean, there's still little bits and tingles here and there, but for the most part,
Yeah,
I'm
of
alive.
your nerves fucking screaming.
One exorbitant amount of painkillers later.
Hey, some remains.
Oh.
Free rock!
I also found my crystal back there.
Yeah, he found his crystal.
Yeah, your pet rock. One of the good lightsaber crystal modifications.
You mean the best? You mean probably one of the best ones?
Yeah. Hey, look, there's Master Brook. Hi, Master Brook.
Hey, it's General Crozier.
It is.
Settler, this is a restricted area. How the hell did you get through the Kinrath?
I'll be right back.
You should leave.
What Kinrith? No.
I killed them all before they even got here. I killed them all.
Yeah, what Kinrith? There was nothing here.
Killed them all. Look fun. I killed them all. Jesus, what is wrong with me today?
I could kill them all.
You're highly trained veterans, and you're just a settler with a toy blaster. We're taking the Jedi to Nar Shaddaa, and that is the end of that. I'm gonna say this nice and simple for your little calf-hurting head. Unless you want to wind up dead, leave now.
I've heard that voice before.
It's probably Jen.
I don't want to say Jen, but it sounds like a voice actress who was on Rugrats. Also, side note, if you're still here, Biddle, how'd go with the Tekken 7 session?
I'm not gonna stream anymore.
Alrighty.
Like, period?
What? That's a Jedi trick. We trained against that during the war. It's a Jedi, man. Kill her before she tries something else.
That's light side?
Everyone, on my guard.
Well, I tried using Force Persuade. Also, sorry to hear about that, homie.
You have left me an opening. Let's get this over with. This battle is
Always rushing into action without thinking of the consequences. What? You're expecting thanks? Kunda is in danger, and you've ruined the best chance of averting a full-scale conflict.
You're welcome, by the way.
Right now, Dantooine is at a critical moment. If Kunda falls, then the Republic may lose control of this system. Still, I'm surprised you were able to get this far. Although you do have your Jedi training to fall back on. Every action has consequences, no matter how small or insignificant they seem. And even the smallest choice has the potential for harm. The Mandalorian Wars was proof of this. Intentions mean nothing if a greater tragedy is caused.
It was either that or let everyone on the rim die. But we're not here to discuss that, are we?
Against the Mandalorians did anything but bring more harm to the galaxy? It only served to bring about a second war more dangerous than the first. Countless Jedi died in both conflicts, and everyone who followed Revan and Malak died or returned to the dark side. Except, conveniently, you. Disobeying the Jedi Council brought about more destruction than the Mandalorian Wars ever could. countless Jedi lost, the Republic broken. Enough of this. This is not the time for such arguments. The mercenaries have allied themselves with the Exchange and are planning to attack Kunda. They've been holding off for the right moment. And now, since they lost their captive Jedi, they'll attack immediately. I'm going to try to reach Administrator Adari. Time is of the essence.
Neat. There he goes. And there he disappears.
I returned.
You just missed me arguing with a bald man.
I've heard reports of, and I am Azkul.
Oh my god! You see his fucking cronies? They're all the same!
Ah, yes.
Huh? Oh shit. He's got Les Enfants Terribles.
No. It's the fucking goons I've hired.
Straight to the point. I like that.
They're all literally the same!
I am planning to take Kunda, and you're going to help me.
No.
According to my reports, I have 4 times as many soldiers as the militia, and I'm committed to taking Kunda. It is inevitable that I will succeed. If you wish to avoid my men eradicating the people of Dantooine, you will make it easier for me to take Kunda. Of course, I will pay well for your services.
Counter-argument.
You'd better reconsider.
Lightning.
I can't have a Jedi interfering with my plans. There is a considerable bounty
As satisfying as an open, but fuck it, be open to liquor anyway.
for me. Men,
Ah,
I trust you
inebriation.
can handle this Jedi.
Really?
Lightning bolt!
Did you really think that was gonna work?
Maybe.
I just fell a fuck ton of them. Looks like those goofy goobers leveled up.
Alcohol.
What kind of alcohol?
Lemonade.
Lemonade alcohol.
Lemon. Lemon.
Ooh.
Ooh, kill him. Alright, Bo. You're continuing to excel in every field. Computer use, demolition, awareness, repair, and security. You name it, this motherfucker knows how to do it.
I return.
Welcome back.
Hello, I'm getting inebriated.
I would be,
Okay.
but that would cause blood to flow to my head. And problem is, if blood flows to my head, that's gonna spark up the fucking tooth pain again.
Something you need of me?
I'm just enjoying a refreshing lemonade.
It sounds delightful. Counter-argument. Damn you.
Either that or I have a cola. Which, I have a Sam's Cola, which tastes a lot like a Pepsi.
Something you need of me?
What's going on?
Alright, the user-friendly mines, you don't need to touch them.
I got it now.
So what you
Damn
can
it.
do
I was hoping they would
to
explode.
help these guys out is you can run around their base and turn on and like improve everything that they have to defend themselves. Which I think one of the things you can interact with is the turret.
Yeah.
They might add you can like defense turret and you can interact with it. Not
Turret
yet.
appears
So
old and worn.
Yeah, they'll ask you like, "Oh, can you help?" Like before the attack begins. You're like, "Oh, okay." There's some droids inside. You can also get up and running.
The mercenaries have been more hostile recently.
I forgot how fast it is to load.
I see you have found the elusive Master Vrook. He's told me that his rescue complicated our situation to some degree. I can't say that I anticipated that. I thank you for finding him, though. Vrook has informed me that the mercenaries devised a plan of attack to annihilate Kunda itself. I must ask for your aid again, Jedi. I've placed Zeron back in charge of Kunda's defense. Right or wrong, Zeron is the best man to lead the militia in this crisis. Zeron says that even with a plan, the mercenaries have to gather their forces, then coordinate their assault. So we still have time. I'm afraid the militia has not been adequately trained for the task that befalls them. Our militia is effective at peacekeeping, but isn't prepared for a full-scale battle. If you can do anything to ready them for the reality of it, that would be helpful. Besides that, look around Kunda and see what you can do to strengthen our defenses. I know that we don't have the perimeter turrets online, and that alone could make a significant difference. Zeron says there is a considerable chance they will breach Kunda itself. Anything you can do to slow them down could turn the tide of battle.
Alright, I'll check Kunda's defenses.
Here is a MasterCard key that will open all of the security doors inside Kunda. Anything that might
So we
aid
run
you in your
around, loot
task,
the place,
please
and then we
use.
go outside and start
Soon,
fiddling with
all
stuff.
the civilians will be evacuated. So if you have any business with them, I suggest you take care of it.
Oh boy, time to look at shit. Damn it!
You can help these wounded militia, I believe. Treat injury.
Thanks, stranger. I should be back to duty in no time.
You can help all the others too.
Thanks, stranger.
You failed the treat injury check, and now you somehow rip off their legs.
Thanks.
I mean, in fucking New Vegas, you can be so stupid,
Thanks,
you can still
stranger.
do something correctly. Right? You've added more members to it. That door's
Maybe.
stuck, it can remain stuck.
Be gone, bot.
Loot the broken droids. You can interact with this terminal. Okay. You can engage them to do patrol. No active defense droids. One person inactive. Change their. I think you might have to. Yeah, reactivate them. You need repair parts. And if you want to optimize them, you can if you want. This is for if they get inside. You don't need to do anything to their programming. Just take the Hydra Spanner. That's someone's Hydra Spanner, so you can give it back to them. Activate, do. And you
level
can
up.
use this, put them in patrol mode. On full base alert. Alright. So engage automatically.
Okay, I can get a new power. Battle meditation.
Go find where the other militiamen are.
We've been told to provide you with anything you need. But we have to keep the news of the mercenaries' plans quiet for now to avoid panic.
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along. I guess my ego clouded my judgment as to what's best for Kunda.
Private doors won't open, security one's good. Turret controls, we need that. And from here you should be able to slice the computer and then check their status. Turrets are active and set to attack friendlies and hostiles pending a base alert. So change their priority to target only hostiles.
Don't think I have enough spikes.
Well, we're gonna have to go find more spikes or turn the turrets off.
I am ready.
Counter argument. Move. I just need one more.
Yeah, if Bayodur is better at you than this, why are you doing it yourself? Go see if that guy has one spike he can sell you. Can you get to your ship? Because if you can, T3 can make you computer spikes. Just summon him to you and just talk to him. So just swap out Bayo temporary for T3. Okay. Talk to T3. I need a programming spike. Never mind, I'll be going. There.
What's going on?
You now switch to Bayodur, have him do it. Have it target only friendlies. Not only friendlies. Target only hostiles. My bad. I'm so used to doing dark side runs, I just kind of go through the motions of murder.
They will target the friendlies. You mean the hostiles, right?
Relative. There. Attack hostiles. There you go. Log out there. Church set up.
I am listening.
This goes outside.
You know what? It's not going to hurt to go outside and check something.
What you could do, if you want to be funny, is you could pick up all these landmines and then replace them. Yeah, there's no access point. You don't need... No, don't sabotage the turret. You could like use Bayoder, pick up all these landmines, and have them put them back down in like more sensible location. But that's a lot of work.
And
Your discretion.
I don't feel like that. Listen, after the last session, I just kind of want to shut my brain off for a little bit.
Fair enough. You should be able to find a group of mercenaries somewhere. Not mercenaries, a group of militia somewhere.
Group of pill pushers?
Also, you might also want to find the person who wanted that hydro spanner back, which I believe is the guy you talked to outside.
3 settlers have died coming to Kunda recently. I don't think all those deaths.
Yeah, it's him. Where'd you hide your spanner? It has your name on it. Where'd you find it? Side of a droid, one exclamation.
Derintu runtu wakare kwe wap gerebu. Ninso telepachan korsadara nane gra delanuta cholore. Teriwana jun konata dela. Derintu runtu wakare kwe wap gereb. Teriwana jun konata dela.
Fuck you, take money.
Derintu runtu wakare kwe wap gerebu. Ninso telepachan korsadara.
You discount on my goods.
I just want to be good.
That was a kind act. It is good to see that one can still show.
What the hell?
Even after.
Why are we all the way over here?
Getting all Francis Ford Coppola with the shots.
Cameraman was ready to go, and he just like, wait, what? But like turned around and fell over.
And that is
why
wait a
minute.
I follow you, General. Lead on.
I love you,
They're
Val, but
like-
you're getting a little creepy.
It's his voice. It's just kind of creepy.
That's why
he doesn't try to be creepy. He doesn't
on.
want to be. He doesn't want to be creepy. It's just a case of he just kind of is.
My boy suffering with an affliction. He's got that negative charisma, you see. Comes across more intense than he means to. Are they on the field, or should I go exploring?
I think they're inside. I don't remember. Hold on. Let's see. Kunda defense.
Oh boy, sinus headache. Am I gonna die now?
What do you want now?
Inside, I believe. There's something you can do to the door that's like sealed shut. In here, then we're right. What? I told you.
Hold on. Alright, I'll stop.
You were going the right way. You just did a U-turn for no reason. Through the medical bay to where the sealed door was. That stuck door, you can interact with it. It appears to be stuck or closed. Okay. I think I might be misremembering, but there was something you could do to make sure that door stays shut, but I think it's just shut. Think you could talk to Zahunda to do some stuff?
You mean Zarin?
Yes, Zarin.
I was right about you. You are trouble, but you might just be the right sort of trouble we need. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize, so you have time to do what
Bronchitis
you need.
be hitting
Are you
hard.
ready to finalize the defense plans?
I gave Dobra your message.
I don't have anything to say about that. We can talk more later. I was right about you. We could use people handy with a blaster. Getting people to join the militia for a short stint would be good. We also got a lot of things that could use fixing. It isn't glamorous, but that type of work sometimes makes a load of difference. Just look around. Plenty to be done.
Yeah, but everyone you helped in Kunda, you can talk to them, and then you could get them to join. To help in the defense.
Off the top of my head,
You
the three
should...
turrets outside Kunda are on the blink. They went haywire the other day and wounded some of my men, so we took them offline.
Fix
the
that.
men who were wounded by the turrets are holed up in the med lab.
Fix them.
Our medic droid is busted, so they're healing slowly. I've had some men lay traps around Kunda, but nobody here really specializes in demolitions. I'm sure there's some gaps that can be filled. The side security door to Kunda has been malfunctioning as long as I've been here. It may be best to just seal it off lockdown so nobody gets through. We got some broken assault droids that have been collecting dust for the last 5 years. If they were working, it would help a lot with interior defense. If I had it my way, I'd recruit any citizen of Kunda that can hold a blaster. But it's hard to convince peaceful farmers to fight, maybe die for a cause. I don't know for certain. It could be a day or even a week. Depends on how good Azkul is at organizing his men. I'm guessing not so good.
You basically have all the time in the world to finalize. But you should now be able to fiddle with that door now, since he's told you about it. Don't need to keep interacting, you've made your point. You could try fixing the medical door. It might be.
Let's go.
I am listening.
So at least what the drop will do is it will heal people if a fight breaks out.
I would go outside and around.
Talk to any person who has a name in here, if there are any.
The salvagers keep coming here and bothering them. If it weren't for the Jedi, we'd be a prosperous community. They brought us nothing.
Welcome back to...
Anyone with a name, I said.
Any luck on getting my modulator back from Joran? I don't think anyone here will be able to help me. Excellent. How did you deal with Joran?
It has to be someone near their camp, and no one else lives around them. You might be right, but I doubt it. Are they turning on their own? Typical. That's about all I know. I've never seen the thief clearly. You have any idea who it is? Well, Jedi never stop meddling with our world. Even now they're causing problems for us. She's part of the reason why our world was invaded. Why many families were wiped out by the Sith. Endless interrogations. You don't think I know that? I fought in the war, and it was fallen Jedi that were responsible for the greatest atrocities. They're dangerous, and too prone to fall into unspeakable evil. We'd be better off if they were extinct. They saved us from their own kind. Without them in the first place, there wouldn't even have been a war. I hadn't thought of it that way, but they caused my home so much turmoil. Now we're barely hanging on. I have a lot to think about. Not just about the thief. Here's your reward. Finally, I can get back to work. Thanks for the help.
He gave
I
him
plan on going back to the farm shortly.
interested in joining Kunda's militia.
Since you're asking me, I suppose I could. I figure I still owe you for helping me with my thief problem. Zeron has asked me several times before to join the militia. I expect he's going to be very pleased.
And the guy across from you, I think, is also a
The
new
administrator's
guy?
the
No,
only
that's
hope
that.
we have. Without
Outside.
her, the settlers would
lady.
just squabble amongst themselves like they used to.
He's just a weapon vendor. He probably doesn't even know how to fight. But the person outside, I think, can also recruit her.
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along. I guess my ego clouded.
Wait, where are you going?
Yeah, girl right
What do you
there,
want
maybe?
now? Yeah, I guess so. I'm not too fond of my job, but it's better than the job I'd have if the Mercs took over. I'll report to Zeron for militia duty.
What are you up to now, Biddle?
Nah, nothing.
You could try the merchant. I think he'll say no. I am curious, do you have any mines on your person? You could just swap to Bayodur since he has demolitions. It would be usables. Nope. Unfortunate.
Charanana Gundoso.
Would you be interested in doing
Charanana
militia?
Gundoso Remina che l'ora
I can hardly refuse and choose.
Fiadoratore Padano Ringatel Camarada Telefibu Nubu de Vicarana Cenigara.
He'll help. I think you have to interact with the door
This
from the
door is
other
blocked
side.
off.
Yeah, it's this side of the door. Lock down the door. Like, so secure, no one will be able to open it ever.
It just fucking welded the door shut.
Pretty much.
You basically looked at the door and said, "Close it, Miss Sesame." Instead of open sesame, it's close the sesame.
Close. All right,
Lock
now
up the
shall we?
sesame. You should be good.
All right, let's do it.
They'll still get inside. It's just you've tilted it a lot in your favor. Basically, it's how many get inside.
I was right about you. The
Finalize.
You sure? Once we're done with that, there may not be any time left before the mercenaries attack. All right, then we got a lot to do.
Since you are here to bolster Kunda's defense, I will hurry to the mercenary camp and delay their assault however I can.
You're gonna die.
No, he's not. He's got a
Imagine
lightsaber.
that the mercenaries have got two goals in this whole thing. Kill me and kill the administrator. The rest of the settlers won't have courage to resist if they succeed. The administrator's locked up in her office tight, which means that the mercs have to go through us and Kunda's defenses. It isn't gonna be easy. I suspect we're gonna have to fight on the inside. They've got 3 entrances they're gonna try and break in. Here's the front door, the security door on the side,
Locked.
and the garage door in back. We got 3 squads of militia. We can assign people to the front, back, or inside. Backside has to guard 2 entrances. The front will have to fight more people, and the inside will have to deal with any that break through. So, Where do you think the first squad should be deployed? First squad is most experienced. The only squad that could go blaster to blaster against the mercs. Second squad has a lot of passion, but no experience. Third squad is new and not trained too well, and they may break in combat. They need a good leader to make them effective. So, where do you think the first squad should be deployed?
The main
First or the
entrance.
Battles that had the least dying were always led by Jedi. I'm gonna go with what you think. Where do you want the second squad?
A lot of passion in that group.
I'd say inside by the administrator's doors.
All right. Where do you want the third squad, the new recruits? Fine by me. The last question is, where do you want to go? Either the front or the back. I'll take whichever one you don't. That way both sides have leadership.
Cover the back entrances, since they have the new guys there.
The back? I suppose that there is more ground to cover with the two entrances. All right. I'll take the front. Once the fighting starts, you gotta stay in your area. We both have to guard our half of the battlefield. Come over to me and the mercs will just charge straight into Kunda. Thanks to you, they're gonna have a tougher job. That's about it. Now we just need to dig in and wait for the mercs to come.
Can I talk to the man?
Well, I'll tell them what's there to do. I'm not much for words. All right, I'll assemble the men. I hope you can speak good.
Tell them they're doomed.
Yeah, if you want to sabotage them, but their friends and family are counting on them.
So look around you. That's what we're fighting for. Each one of us here has to back the other up. We can win if we work as a team.
You're much better with words than me. I think it'll really help. Let's get ready for the mercenaries. If we fall
They
here,
now have
all
a
of
stat
Dan
buff
Twin falls
because you
with us.
got food. And basically, yeah, like as he said, just
They're mobilizing the militia. Looks like a lot of activity down there.
They've been warned. It won't be of any use. The plan doesn't change. Captains, prepare your men. Their leader, Administrator Tarina, must not survive the battle. Everything else is secondary to that objective.
Oh my god, it's all the same model.
yep. Reap.
They're already there.
Now who's gonna help you? They don't wander too far away.
Slow down.
The frame rate. The frame rate.
Get this over with.
Die, bitch. You good, homie?
fucking sound.
Wow, the sound of math buffing and debuffing. Bayodur is down.
Fuck.
Sound of math electrocution.
Let us
I might want to heal. Already there.
This. Fallen.
Hey, you've leveled up.
She is very aware.
Despite being blind.
Should I give her regenerate vitality points?
I would say regenerate force points if she doesn't have it already.
She already has it. Remember, that's the first thing you had me get both of them.
Okay, then, yeah, then get a regen vital.
She can get 2 more points. Oh, and she can level up again.
You can get improved critical because you like spamming it.
Fair point. Oh boy, I can get 2 more powers now.
And probably Master Heal. Or Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm works too.
Either or.
Storm. That's your big healy move.
You sure you're a Jedi?
You asked me this before.
Zip that.
We've lost too many soldiers. Fall back inside.
So you're the Jedi. I take it you are responsible for the surprises we've had during this battle. Stand aside. Our quarrel is with a distinguished administrator. This isn't your problem.
No.
No.
Is that supposed to convince
No,
me, Jedi?
I don't really feel like it.
I was trained by the Sith. My unit killed many Jedi. I'll give you one last chance. Leave the...
Wow, you killed a bunch of Jedi. Am I
alive
supposed
with
to be
these
impressed?
flaming settlers.
You've killed a bunch of Jedi, but you ain't ever come across a Jedi like me. You ain't never met a Jedi like me.
Just another dead Jedi to me.
I didn't sign on for this cold-blooded slaughter, Ascol.
I was wondering when you would betray me, Dopak. I'll send your final wages to your children, along with a detonator.
Sorry I was held up, but it looks like I've arrived in time to pull you out of your predicament.
Kill them all.
Lightning!
Ah, yes.
Lightning bolt.
Target lightning.
A fabulous opener by the Exile.
Thank you so much for your aid.
You fried him!
I'm sure that Dantooine will not forget how the
I
Jedi
fried many of them.
Yeah, you fried a lot. I fried a whole lot of them.
We are a humble community, and this conflict has greatly diminished our resources. I hope this reward will be sufficient.
Yeah, keep it. Unless you decide it's worth it.
I am humbled by your generosity. I will put this to good use. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much work to do. Dantooine will be slow to rebuild, but I am confident now that we will one day achieve prosperity.
Kunda is safe in no small part due to you. I feel certain that the Administrator wouldn't have made it without your assistance. I may have misjudged you. In any case, I am free to talk about whatever you wish. We are at war, but it is unlike any war we have fought before. We have yet to even meet our attackers in battle. Somehow our enemy is targeting us through the Force, striking, then retreating to the shadows. The gathering of any Jedi seems to attract them like a beacon. So it was necessary to divide our forces and conceal ourselves for a time until we could learn more of this threat. Yes, the Miraluka world of Kotor taught us that. Many Jedi gathered there in an attempt to use the Force to find the location of the enemy. Now the planet is no more. Master Zar, Master Dorak, and many more perished there, and we do not know why or how. But all life on the planet ceased to exist. I was not on Kotor when it was destroyed, but now that it is dead, it has left its echo, like Dantooine. It was after Kotor that the few of us left realized that wherever we gathered, we were placing others in danger, not just Jedi. Great tragedies, old battlegrounds, places of suffering, all leave wounds on the galaxy and in the Force. In such places, the deaths of so many echo. So much so that it is difficult to center oneself. By coming here, those echoes serve to mask my presence, allowing me to investigate the ruins and try to find some clues as to who our attackers are. The Miraluka world of Kotor taught us a terrible lesson. Many Jedi gathered. Now the planet is no more. I was not on Kotor when it was destroyed, but now that it is... It was after Kotor...
I think I already talked about that.
You have more... Because you defied the Council and followed Revan to war. And from that war came another. Do you know how many worlds were destroyed in those wars? Dantooine, Telos, Sirocco? Do you see now why we counseled caution instead of action? You were the only one to come back and face judgment. But that was because you had lost your connection to the Force. Another casualty of war. No doubt you still blame us for your exile. I had hoped your isolation would give you time to reflect on what had happened, what you had done. But I see it as not. You have more questions for me? We were not in hiding, despite what you believe. This threat is striking through the Force. There's a reason that we cannot detect it.
We have a man who's too angry to die, and we have a man who's too angry to live.
Too hungry.
Too hungry to live. Well, he's hungry to live.
Man just should have bought himself a Butterfinger.
He's the ultimate form of Big Smoke.
This is gonna be really stupid, but for some reason, the candy I always associate with Star Wars is a Butterfinger, because believe it or not, okay, weird little non sequitur story. This doesn't even really have anything really that grand. When I was a wee lad, I went to go see Star Wars Episode 3 in theaters, and a tradition amongst my family is we sneak in candy, because theater candy is too damn expensive. So, one of the things I had with me was a Butterfinger bar, and I almost went the whole film without eating it. But the one thing that reminded me that, oh yeah, I have a Butterfinger, was the fucking final fight on Mustafar.
What an odd thing to be reminded of.
I don't know. There are techniques in the Force that hide one's presence and thoughts from other Force users. But I do not believe that such techniques alone would be capable of hiding the enemies we face. It does not seem possible.
In comes Sam Witwitter, Sam Witwicky.
Jedi sanctuaries.
I'm gonna show up for 2.5 films, die off.
That requires that
because I've got a lot of controversy surrounding me.
Or had access to records and
what
from the Enclave here on Dantooine.
I don't know. He had some shit going on with him. I'm talking about Shia LaBeouf, by the way.
Oh, for like the Transformer? Yeah, that's always bothered me. Like, we go from Shia LaBeouf to Mark Wahlberg.
This is not a good transition.
What? No!
What?
There was much Jedi teaching buried here before the planet was attacked. In the hands of our enemies, such knowledge could be used to track and kill Jedi, find other enclaves, gathering places. And so much has been plundered from here that now many secrets of the Jedi have been spread throughout the galaxy. So I did what I could, attempting to let myself be captured. I hoped that it would lead me to the Sith and the stolen artifacts. The Sith attacked this place once, and only they would seek the death of the Jedi with such obsession, and be able to be as successful as they have. With the destruction of Dantooine, it is difficult to sense the presence of any Force users here. If any Sith are here, I cannot detect them. You have more questions? There are a few of us left, but I do not even know if the others still live. We may be the last. We've been forced to divide our forces and retreat to places which will be difficult for our enemies to detect and attack. We have chosen to hide our presences from each other, so that the discovery of one will not endanger the others. We cannot. We have resolved not to until we have found where the Sith are striking from. But even as our numbers thin, there is still no trace of them. We had hoped to outmaneuver them. By letting them believe themselves victorious, we thought they would become bold and step from the shadows. Then, all of us who remained vowed to meet here on Dantooine. From here, we can plan a course of action and carry the battle to them. But so far, they remain in hiding, and Jedi continue to vanish and die. You have more questions for? You have seen the end of your trial. Perhaps you would like to explain how you came to this knowledge. That was intended only for the Jedi Council. If what remains of the Council chooses to tell you, then I will abide by their decision and its consequences. There is little I can tell you. Master Kavar felt something had happened to you in the war, but all he had was suspicions, not truths. And Kavar was too close to you in any event. He, too, felt the call of war and took to battle more than a Jedi should. His speculations would not help you now, but enough of this. It is knowledge for the Council alone until they choose to reveal it. Do you have more questions for me?
Motherfuckers would see him Jedi
I
would see a
suppose
guy
there's
dying of
something I should
thirst and
show
not
you.
interfere because that would
Will
be
keep you
interfering
alive
with
long
the
enough to
fucking
prove
will of the
useful.
Force.
When you are facing a long campaign,
Am I,
you need to be
male,
more
26,
conservative
the
with how
asshole
you
for
use
letting
your
this
Force
man die
energy.
of thyroid
This
cancer?
form gives you increased Force affinity. In simple terms, it helps you to quickly regenerate Force energy in the middle of a fight.
There you go.
Now you have the forced regeneration stance.
I don't know how you learned that so quickly. Still, your form is sloppy. Keep practicing to tighten it up and you'll be fine.
So now you can swap stances.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Bow! Bow!
Yes,
Right there.
General? Let me see what you have. That's everything. Now all you need is a little quiet time with the workbench.
Oh!
Double-bladed. You go Darth Maul in this bitch.
Fuck it, we gotta go double-bladed because, well, I only have one saber crystal.
Yep. Double-bladed. What color would you like to use? Violet. Purple. Purple. Congratulations, you constructed it. 6 to 20. It's right there. 2 to 24. Ah, it's beautiful.
Perfect even.
Just as the Jedi intended. But,
You're starting to sound like,
yeah.
I don't know why, but the way your voice and cadence were going, you're starting to sound like Jordan Peterson for some reason.
You know, we can loot all the piles. Go check around the back to see if there's any too.
There's probably a fuck ton over there. I have a torch!
Now you have the fun way of opening doors. By poking them. Doesn't seem to be anything here.
I think we did all we can on Dantooine, so time to head back to our ship.
Beep boop, motherfucker.
Observation and recitation.
Violence.
I have something that hurts you. Lightning!
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
Systems failing, master.
Alright, loot them. Behold, more HK parts.
Swap
But,
over swap up to the Force regen stance first of all.
I hear you.
Yeah.
How?
Press the
You
button.
see the little...
With the one with the the 3 sword lines. Cheat shove, swap off that Force affinity.
There we go.
Confirm. There you go.
There you go.
You're good. It's on now.
Okay.
So now in a fight, you'll regenerate even more. Congratulations, you now have a monstrous amount of Force regen in a fight.
You're now knowing. Congratulations. Now you're unlocking the true power of Force Counselor.
Also, now it's time for this.
Yeah, I learned about this by accident.
Little off-screen fun fact, folks. Chester was doing some grinding sessions off-stream last time he streamed this, and he accidentally encountered this while doing it off-screen. So he already knew about it beforehand.
Well, not a lot. Hello. That's a
Force
nice color.
whirlwind. Force whirlwind, bitch. Just stack that and then scream. And then a bunch of lightning. Go.
Behold.
Whirlwind. Fuck.
Fuck.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
She saved that one through too? What the hell?
It's her
Oh
stun
fuck.
move. When in doubt,
Fuck
just
you,
keep
lightning.
zapping.
My lightsaber. You've destroyed it. I yield.
Cool.
Master.
Can I have the crystal?
It is as I heard through the Force. My life for yours. You must. The alternative is only another death. And I would rather die by your hands.
Damn, that's defeatist.
I have nothing to offer you. Your strength is superior. It is as I felt.
Oof.
Now I've seen everything. This woman, she's a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy.
I heard
What?
they had a colony on the Mid-Rim, almost halfway between Onderon and Dantooine. Then, it wasn't there anymore. The whole planet was wiped out. Nothing left alive. No one knows why.
Well, it was a planet of her people. If they see through the Force, who knows? If they're all Force sensitive, maybe they all saw something through the Force that we can't see, and they left before it happened. Or maybe it killed them. Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she'll recover, yeah.
You spared her.
Yes.
Yes.
I did not believe you would. I am more concerned about what she will do when she recovers. Just be careful. Not everyone can be saved.
Influence gained, Vistus and Disciple. This character's name is Vistus, the Mirluka. Mirluka. Double-bladed lightsaber, now. Oh, you have two. Somehow.
Because you stole hers.
But it was broken.
You fix.
I guess that you did. Put yours in.
Put yours in.
Put a double blade saber inside another double blade saber.
Let's see.
Ophelia, then just do the lens.
Deflector.
Just slap in all that shit. Look at that shit. Look how good it is. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah, we don't really need to.
I just need a red saber.
You'll find one eventually. Go talk to Kreia.
Higgity biggity. You're not supposed to do that.
Go talk to the British woman. She manages your pet rock.
She's your pet rock manager.
Excuse me, I'm the one who changes my fucking Pet Rock's goddamn newspapers, not her.
Yeah, but she's the one who manages your pet rock's bank account and social network.
She manages the pet rock's portfolio.
And you will need to increase
She prevents it from tweeting out racist stuff.
Your training must increase.
Your training must increase the higher histories you know that you'll take. I cannot choose it for you. Congratulations, you're getting your prestige
Prestige classes!
To meet an enemy blade upon blade, Such is the way of the greatest of Jedi warriors.
You can
the
go Weapon
Masters.
Master.
Or perhaps it is investigating the mysteries of the
Or-
galaxy, seeking out injustice and harm, and bringing it into the light. Such is the way of the Jedi Watchman in the time of
Watchman.
Ulic Qel-Droma and Exar Kun. Or perhaps your way lies upon the ancient mysteries, and to teach others the ways of the
Or
Force,
the ways of the
as
Force.
I have, the way of the Jedi Masters.
All right, weapon master, weapons focused, watchman is a balance. I can't remember all the details about watchman, and Jedi master is I have the power of gods.
I cast yes.
You know what? Fuck it. We're a Jedi Master.
It is not some great
Awesome.
mystery required
Become
to
a
be what you
god
strive to
and
be.
like
It
it.
is only your decision to find that path that matters. From here on, you guide your destiny.
Decision to find the path
But
that
in order
matters.
to take the
Certain
next
Sith
steps,
skills.
you must face your past and put it to rest.
Yes, you've acquired a certain set of skills.
Higher Masteries of the Force. You've leveled up. Talk to her again before you level up.
Before.
We need to manage the pet rock you befriended, the seer. You mean the Miralaka?
Her species does not see
Her
as
species
we
is
do.
understood.
They
See
perceive
the
the
galaxy
galaxy
Force.
through the Force.
She found you as a rare
and it
gift
is how she
squandered by her
found you.
people.
It is a rare
Yeah, they're
gift
naturally
squandered
blind.
by
They
her
see
people.
through the Force.
The Sith carry the power to you, and you spare them.
She's just
But
like
as
you,
we
for real,
travel,
for real.
The empty places of this ship are filled.
It's more
I
she
hope
learned
your
to
thoughts on
see
this
through the
matter are
Force.
clear. If you take her on as a servant,
Correctly.
know
They
that
don't
the
think she's
Sith
a
meet their
Miralaka.
end at the hands of their apprentices. It is not something I would wish to happen to you. This one you have saved has other masters. Though blind, she has ties to darkness. Her presence here is a threat to us, to you. Do not underestimate her or her loyalty.
All I wanted was her lightsaber.
Perhaps. I am not convinced. Did he? And what do you make of that? You are right to trust your instincts. Something is wrong. It is only a matter of discovering what and why. If your instincts lead you to an answer, seek me out. Perhaps we will discuss more. Ask, and I will answer.
Can you tell me about the forget about it crystal? I would, but I forgot about it.
That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires its character and strength. And through it, your power is enhanced. Most interesting. Your crystal does not perfectly reflect your current self. Remove it from your lightsaber, then ask me about it again. Is there something else you wished?
Okay, take it out. Okay, take it out the saber, then talk to her.
Unequip the rock.
Okay, the pet rock needs to be formally managed. So, but right now it's in its luxury condo and is not, and it has its phones and has his phone currently set to silent. All right.
How many?
Oh. Actually, there's only so much
Then
room.
prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience.
Ow!
Do not cloak one word within another. Friends. Do friends not follow? Do friends not form a hierarchy of their own, no matter how small the circle? Because I am not blind, that is why. I see what they see.
No, you are!
They speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others.
You can't just say I'm not blind when the fact that you are quite literally physically blind. I don't care if you can see through the Force. No. If you are blind in one capability, that still means you are partially blind, ergo blind.
I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them? The fool dances in your shadow for your favor. The disciple, he worships you quietly. The alien obeys you. Even within the machines there are echoes. Watch them carefully. See their patterns and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done. Good, and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength. Have you never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath her? How she made them hers? Ah, but to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts, strong influence indeed. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few. Oh, did they? No, Revan met no Sith empire, yet she learned their teachings. Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else. Yet how she did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly? Not a one, but we shall see where our journey takes us, I think, and see how many answers we come across, yes? Ask. That crystal is bonded to you. Through you it acquires its character and strength, and through it your power is enhanced. Let me focus on the crystal for a moment. There, now it is fully in tune with you again. Is there something else you wished?
There you go.
How did I gain some dark side points? Also, look at that. I'm almost pure light.
Don't worry, the moral calculus balanced out.
The game was just like, he's becoming too good.
There we go. Unadulterated violence.
Diagnostic. HK-47 activated. Running checks through primary systems. Assessment. It appears I have suffered considerable damage and dismemberment. I can feel all the cracks in my motivators. And my central control cluster seems to have taken several repeated blaster shots at close range. How crude. Answer. It seems you would know more than I. My memory centers are experiencing some setbacks. Reflection. Of course, for some reason, that does not alarm me. I suspect I have suffered such repeated memory failures before. Still, the loss of my higher combat and assassination protocols is shameful and degrading. Answer. If by okay, you mean the loss of almost all my existing assassination protocols, then no, I am not okay. Furthermore, I seem to have no discretionary control over my vocabulator, causing me to reveal my true function as an assassin droid of unrivaled sophistication. Recitation. Yes, as I said, I am an assassin droid. It is my primary function to burn holes through meat bags that you wish removed from the galaxy. Master, oh, how I hate that term. Answer. No, Master. I said it again. Answer. Well, I am not certain I like the idea of a master who feels reservations at having an assassination droid at their disposal. In fact, it brings with it a certain sense of dread that you may actually not use me to my full capabilities. Answer. Yes, Master. HK-47 is ready to serve.
Congratulations.
Master, I must express some degree of concern. As I have studied your actions, looking for potential vulnerabilities to exploit, I have found several. Statement. You seem disposed to helping others, not harming them, as I have come to expect and anticipate from organic meat bags across the galaxy. Statement. Oh, Master, please, of course they are. Any time you inconvenience or jeopardize yourself for another, it is a vulnerability. In any event, I feel compelled to point out that your self-destructive path of pacifism and sacrifice will only lead to your doom. That may be a trifle melodramatic. Frankly, it is something that all Jedi should hear, and I have been rehearsing the speech for some time.
Alright, let's hear it.
Statement. Master, it is nothing personal, but professional pride dictates that I keep a running tally on any potential weaknesses in my masters. And of course, the weaknesses of any other sentient meatbags, droids, or other targets who are in service to my master. Hypothetical. Master, it is entirely possible that one day you may no longer be my master, and that my new master might get jealous of our prior relationship. It has happened before. As a result, I have a responsibility to know your weaknesses should I be required to assassinate you. Statement. Oh, I am aware of that, Master. I simply use it to give you the illusion of control and obedience. Humans often need such comforts until the end comes. Consolation, Master. Everyone dies eventually, and not all of them by my hand. Even droids die when not routinely maintained, sadly enough.
Alright, now shall we level up?
Well, first, actually level up. Yeah, that'll do. Focus lightsaber, prestige bonus, and what was the last one?
Weapon specialization?
No, the other one. There was a weapons focus bonus, and then there was the prestige bonus, and then there was a third bonus. Someone wasn't paying attention.
Unfortunately, no.
Of course. Why am I not surprised?
Listen,
that came
I'm
off a
running
little
off of, like,
harsh.
I understand where that's coming from because it is a bit frustrating. But just a reminder, like, I'm running off of like 20% fucking fuel. Because
I think
the past 2 days have been excruciatingly painful. But as you were about to say, Matt,
I think the prestige class is the circle with the head in it underneath the.
No, he got three. He got 3 bonuses when he got here. It was the lightsaber proficiency thing, then the prestige bonus, and then a third thing that I couldn't get a look at because he clicked past it too fast.
Weapon, not weapon master. Jedi master. Kotor 2. Give me a moment. Kotor 2. Da, da, da. Oh, I don't want the fucking. I just want to know what it does. I don't want to build. Motherfucker. Pros and cons of each fucking thing.
while we wait, let's use this time to read out some donations.
I'm sorry, I just want to know what the prestige classes fucking do.
I wanna know. Can you show me?
Weapon Master, Jedi Watch. Thank you. Curious now, is it Sarah for some? Efficiency. Lightsaber. Prestige Sense, I believe it was. It should be the circle one with the head in it.
The one at the top.
Yeah. Prestige Sense.
Though more involved with the aspects of the Force, Jedi Sense continues to improve somewhat for both Jedi Masters and Sith Lords. They gain 2+ defense at level 1 and additional +2 for every subsequent 8 class levels. These bonuses stack with those of Jedi Sense, but are determined separately for each class.
You also get Light Side Enlightenment, which is the one underneath Force Regen. Underneath Force Regen.
That says... Oh, god damn it. Where is it?
You were there, it's just right there.
Light Side Enlightenment. Jedi Masters are greatly into the light side of the Force. Their mere presence serves as an inspiration to those close companions will grow more in touch with the light side by Jedi Master example. Other companions might rebel against their example and fall further into the light. Fall. I like a fall further. A Jedi Master's attunement matures as they learn more about the Force. So, if I'm taking this at face value, what the text is meaning, you Jedi Masters, you gain more influence points with the Jedi Master. Is what I'm getting at here.
You basically, people who are light side will go more light side. People who are dark side might fight you more.
Got it. So I have Riz.
So I have Riz. I have you in the face.
I have Riz for the light side, and I have Aura for the dark side.
I'm gonna go die now.
No. I forbid it. Should I get Master Critical?
If you want, I would say so.
And hooray, I can get 2 more powers. Again.
Oh boy, time to break this game even more so. Master Battle Meditation. You could get... I'd say Force... Where is it? Force... it's one of the light side powers. You see where Valor is, I think that is? Or is that Mind Trick? Jedi Mind Trick?
This one?
That's the one with the head on it. Is that Force Valor? Affect Mind. Okay. What's the one below that one?
That's
Force
deflection.
Okay, not Force Deflection. It's the one below Force Deflection.
Stun?
Not Stun.
Well, that's the one directly below it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Do you see at the top? Right. There's Heal, then there's Force Aura, then there's Speed, and then what's below that one?
Valor.
Then what's below that one?
Resistance.
Force resistance.
Get that.
Now we can. Do we plug our pet rock back into his luxury condo of stabbing?
I think I already did.
Yes.
We also. I think we can. Yeah, I think.
Oh,
we can
okay.
also,
It's neutral. Why is it still neutral?
You know, it's restricted to the light side.
But the crystal on itself said neutral.
But it also has you gain prestige levels. You can keep talking to her about it.
Yes. Very well. What? Yes. That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires its character and strength. And through it, your power is enhanced. Should your power increase or your resolve change, is there something else? That crystal is... Is there some...
I think it's tied to the prestige class.
Okay, so gain more levels, and it'll get better. Gotcha.
Where? I know where he is.
There is something I have observed, and now I feel I must say it. I have found your presence to be inspiring. With your growth in the Force, you seem to have found your center, and throughout the dangers we face, you remain calm and focused.
Trust me, it's all an act. I'm shaking on the inside.
I understand now why others followed you to war. Perhaps that is what leadership is. And it is something I have seen in only a few during my travels. In any event, it has been some time since I traveled with a Jedi, nor one so firmly upon the path. I wanted to thank you. I fear the stories that were spoken of you have misrepresented you. And if I have the opportunity, I shall reverse them whenever they arise.
I'm gonna head out for tonight.
Alright,
Alrighty. See you later.
Later.
Very well. Then I shall keep my favorable opinions to myself. Forgive me, but there is something I must ask. In my study of the Jedi histories and the more contemporary records, I have heard tales of a Jedi who was exiled. You are that Jedi. But the records are somewhat evasive on why this was done. I wanted to discuss why you chose to leave the Jedi Order
and accept
Left and
exile.
came back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to check something.
I see. And because you went to war, they cast you out? Do you have a record of this trial? Perhaps I shall examine it when I get the chance, with your permission. I appreciate your trust. Thank you.
Something up? All right. What did you want?
I think the only one we really haven't talked to is Baldur.
Having you here has an effect on me, General. I never noticed it years ago. I think my mind was too occupied then. I feel calm, more in control. The anger is still there, but I can feel it drifting away. The last years of my life have been defined by it. The Mandalorians, Zerka, and Revan. And above all else, myself, for Malachor.
Never, General. It had to be done.
My hands destroyed the Mandalorians. I cannot be forgiven for that. Even if I did it out of hatred of the Mandalorians. That might be the truth, but I don't want to see it that way. I can't just ignore the blood on my hands. Even if there isn't, I still feel like I need to do something to make up for it. Under your guidance, I feel like I could overcome my anger.
Oh, hell yeah! Hooray!
Yes, General? If you think they'll help.
Alrighty, now here's my question. What is the next planet we should go to? Still there, Wolf? Matt?
Yes.
Where should the next planet be?
Where are we going?
Well, we finished up Dantooine. We now have Korriban, Arshada. Come on.
Onderon.
And Onderon.
Normally, if this were me, I'd go to Korriban.
I mean, I have a lightsaber now, so maybe it won't hurt to try re-going to the damn planet.
We've hit the ground. This is Korriban. Why would one of the Jedi you're looking for come here?
An adequate job, pilot. Perhaps here there is some trace of those who pursue us. I sense that we may be truly alone on the surface.
There are signs of life on the surface. Beasts by the dozen. So don't worry, you won't be quite as lonesome as she makes out. You might want to keep your, lightsaber sharp. Or do whatever you do in these situations.
Although I think that the pilot's mechanical devices are probably accurate. If there are Sith here, their numbers are few and they are hidden.
It seems quiet. Just the wind. But deep beneath the surface, you can feel the pain of what took place here. This place merely tolerates sentience walking upon it. It is pleased to have been left alone. There is great power here for those with the ambition to use it. There is great power in this place for those who can hear its call.
There is much that would draw a Jedi to this place. The resting grounds of the ancient and more recently departed Sith contain many teachings believed lost. The most likely place to find our lost Jedi is the ruins of the old academy. It was said that Revan intended to return to Korriban to subdue any potential Sith insurgents, but Revan disappeared. It took a year or two for the Republic to send a force here to deal with any Sith that may have remained. They found Korriban much as we have, barren and lifeless. It was assumed that the remnants of the Sith turned on each other, vying for what little power remained. The Republic found evidence that several Sith lords escaped Korriban, fleeing to remote sections of the galaxy. As lifeless as it seems, the dark side is very strong here. The Sith Lords would not ignore such a powerful place. There is much that can be learned, even here. You should go to the ruins of the old academy. If there are any traces here of Sith, that is where they would be. If you walk Korriban's surface, you shall walk it without me. I will remain here and meditate. Our link remains. I shall contact you and provide guidance when needed. The Academy is on the other side of this valley. Be careful. Dark energy fills these ruins, and even the fallen Sith live still.
Neato. Damn it. Damn it. I can't do anything clever. Alrighty then. That is where we are going to call it a session. Normally I would go a little bit longer, but I am not feeling good, ladies and gentlemen. I mentioned earlier that I've been dealing with a bit of a toothache, but also just suddenly in the middle of the stream I got a bit of a headache going on. And it's even me feeling nauseous. But yeah, I am now back to streaming, so tune in Saturday where we'll continue Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise, and hopefully we'll make some good leeway. But thank you all for tuning in. Y'all stay safe, stay beautiful, and I'll see you next time.